What's up, Wolverines? We have a packed show for you today.
That's right, Robbie. Today we recognize outstanding academic achievement on campus.
We take an inside look at the making of the grind.
And we're going to be talking to a junior about how he feels about driving to school.
All this and more coming up right now. What's up, Wolverines? I'm Robbie Alonso.
I'm Alex Caballero, and we have a packed show for you today.
We're proud to recognize the outstanding academic achievement in our Wolverine community. 6 of our students have been named National Merit Scholarship Program semifinalists for 2026. Max Erdman, Santiago Felix Padilla, Andres Hoyos, Juli Quintano, Rainier Quintero, and Luis Soto. These students joined approximately 16,000 nationwide, less than 1% of graduating seniors, representing the top scorers in each state.
12 additional students earned commended status, placing them among the top performing students nationally. Marco Alberni, Nicholas Morales, Pablo Castro, David Fernandez, Guido Gersel, Raul Gomez Pina, Manuel Irurita, Alejandro Lurigados, Marcel Martel, Jose Romano, Matthew Villa, and Ian Wolstenholm.
Through the College Board Recognition Program, 106 students received school recognition awards, and 11 earned first-generation recognition awards, bringing our total recipients to 109 students, honored for their exceptional performance. Congratulations to all our recognized Wolverines for representing our school's commitment to academic excellence.
Belen students will be seeing big upgrades around campus with the library and the senior section. New improvements are changing the way students study, gather, and connect. Chase Puyas and Aiden Rodriguez found out about how these changes are shaping student life.
It is no surprise that Belen has changed through the years by making significant changes like the Zumbano Aquatic Center, the Gozeta Innovation Center, and recently the Athletic Center. Belen has been striving to improve the student body and give students the chance to succeed in their academics and extracurricular activities. Now Belen is making 2 huge changes by completely renovating the library and the senior section. We interviewed Mr. Cheveria for more information on the renovations.
The changes are going to be what we're calling the new student center. The new student center consists of the entire first floor library as well as the F section on the second floor. And it's scheduled to begin in 2 phases. Phase 1 will be the F section, which will happen in the spring of 2026. And the library section will happen in the spring of 2027. We have been preparing for this project for well over a year now, meeting with contractor, meeting with the architect and with the county to make sure that once we start the project, that we will have it completed in order for the start of the school year 2026-2027.
A blend of tradition and progress. The library and senior section renovations will begin big changes to student life at Belen. These projects will give students better spaces to learn, grow, and enjoy their time on campus.
Well, we're expecting it to have a huge effect on the student body because it's going to be a space, a massive space that's going to be remodeled, student-centered. So the thinking behind the design of this new space was completely on the student and their way of learning and impacting their learning experience. So it's going to have places where you could do individual studies, where you could do group studies, where faculty can meet with their students in 2 or 3 groups or pods, and that way more interactive in reference to technology, access certain rooms that are going to be very impressive, like the 360 room, which is projecting areas all 360 and having a class inside there. Also spaces that are going to be more accessible for college counseling and guidance counseling. So it's going to have a very strong impact because it's going to be exactly that. They call it a student center. It's because this is going to be one of those places where the students are going to be centered on. They're going to be there and interacting there and working there. So it's going to be a very, very big impact.
For WBLN, this is Chase Pulis.
It's called The Grind, a YouTube series that pulls back the curtain of teamwork.
The Grind.
Sorry, guys.
A YouTube series following our very own Belen Jesuit football team is making its return this season. The show gives viewers a background look at the players, coaches, and all the preparation that goes into each game, highlighting the work and commitment behind the program.
On a day that I'm filming the grind, it really depends on what the team schedule looks like. For example, I used to go to Belen around 2 o'clock, 2-ish. But now, recently, for the last week of fall camp, they had been waking up at 5 a.m. to be at Belen by 6. So filming usually is when the sun is starting to come up, and that's when we get the best shots. Actually, the lighting is perfect, and everything looks great on camera. I'm really doing this because I have a very strong passion in multimedia, and I feel like this is perfect for my standards because I'm a very big football fan as well. And if I could produce a show at a high level, then that means that I can really produce anything. But it's like kind of like a one-man show right now, and I'm trying to figure out like what's going on in my future. But right now, it's actually having a very fun time actually filming the show, editing it, and hopefully we can keep on filming the football team in their season. It has been great to be around the team. It's been great to see them work, and just to see their grit and passion that they have for the sport. And I'm trying to capture all of that on camera, but it's going to be a very difficult process because it's not what I have in here. It's like what I put out to all the viewers. So it's going to be a different story.
You can watch The Grind on YouTube September 26th.
Thank you, Hayden. One of the privileges juniors have is being able to drive to school. Danny Cariaga and Michael Iglesias met up with the Dean of Men to find out what it takes to park on campus.
The junior parking lot is a big part of daily life here at Belen, with students rushing in each morning and packing it full by the first bell. From parking struggles to convenience, we spoke to Mr. De Angulo about what the inspiration was of building the new junior lot.
So the only thing that we could do in the senior lot to upgrade it is build a parking garage, and that is not the right investment financially for us to do it because it's very expensive to build a garage. We had an opportunity to add the junior lot, so we were able to put that in place behind the middle school baseball field and maximize it so we can have as many cars parked there as possible.
The junior parking lot is packed every morning as students rush to get to class on time. To get the most accurate answers, we spoke to junior Daniel Orta about what it's really like parking here every day and how the lot impacts his daily routine.
I do feel like the J lot makes Belen a lot more organized, just on the main reason that we don't have to park with all the seniors that have cars, and there's obviously a lot less juniors with cars, so it just makes things a lot easier.
We asked Daniel if there are any downsides to the junior parking lot.
Hungry there really is about the J lot is, nothing really, to be honest. Everybody's together, and it's pretty fun, just parking with your boys, being able to talk to them in the morning. So in terms of downgrade, I don't think there's any.
For WBLN, I'm Michael Iglesias.
Authorities now have a suspect in custody for the killing of Charlie Kirk. He's been identified as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson from Utah. Investigators say Robinson confessed to a family member and was taken into custody Thursday night. On Friday, officials reviewed some of the evidence against him, including app messages and surveillance footage. Kirk, a conservative activist, was shot in the neck Wednesday while speaking at Utah Valley University.
What's up, Wolverines? I'm Carlos Morngelin, and here are your sports. The varsity football team is set to take on Key West High School tonight. The Wolverines have been putting in the work all week and are ready to face the Conks on their Friday night lights. Belen looks to make a statement on the field. Coach Oyarson has this to say.
So the plan for tonight's game is to make sure that play by play, every guy on the 11 is doing their job. So making sure that we're not trying to do anybody else's job, because we've had a pretty good week of practices, and the only reason they were good days of practice is because everyone was doing their own responsibility, and when everyone's doing their responsibility, we play like a good team. So it's just getting stops on defense, and then offensively sustaining drives and finishing in the end zone. So if we can get that done, we got a couple guys in some new spots offensively, so we get guys back from injury, getting Nico Arrieta and Amari Johnson back, that helps our offense out. So, if we can get those guys to play at their best, we'll be in good shape.
The game will be live streamed on HODOFan. The Green Bay Packers beat the Washington Commanders with a final score of 27-18. Jordan Love threw for nearly 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a big strike to tight end Tucker Kraft, who finished with over 120 yards receiving. Josh Jacobs added 84 yards on the ground and a touchdown as Green Bay built a 14-3 halftime lead. The Commanders made a late push behind quarterback Jaden Daniels, but it wasn't enough to catch the Packers. Green Bay improves on 2-0 on the season, while Washington falls to 1-1. Get ready, the first phase of FIFA World Cup ticket sales began on Wednesday. Pre-sale draw opened at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for qualifying Visa card holders. The entry period closed Friday, September 19th. Successful applicants will be given a day and time slot to try and purchase tickets in October. The tickets start at $60 for group stage matches, and additional ticket draws will be available later that month. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is taking place in 16 cities across Canada, Mexico, and the US from June 11th to July 19th, 2022. That's all for sports for today. Now back to the guys on the desk.
Thank you, Prod. That's it for us at the desk.
Thanks for watching, and stay golden, Wolverines.